What's going on, guys? This is Comicsing and we are back with another video. Netflix has just revealed that Wednesday has broken the record, previously held by Stranger Things, for the most watched series in a week in the streaming service's history. Here we take a look back at 9 things we missed in the Addams Family spin-off. Here are the 9 references to the earlier films. Number 1. The introduction of Wednesday and Pugsley. In the first episode of Wednesday, we see the titular character, now played by Jenna Ortega, rescue her brother Pugsley Addams, now played by Isaac Ordonez, from a locker. She finds him tied up with an apple stuffed in his mouth and soon leaves to deal with her bullies in a particularly violent way. This is not unlike the scene that first introduced the sibling in the Addams Family. We see Wednesday, then played by Christina Ricci, fully displaying her violent tendencies by shooting an arrow at her younger brother, then played by Jimmy Workman, with a crossbow. Number 2. Raining Blood. During the Raven Dance, Nevermore Academy is pranked by a group of normies, ordinary people, who hooks up a water truck filled with red paint that they unload into the sprinkler system and release onto the students of Nevermore, most of whom are dressed in white. Wednesday is the only one not particularly perturbed by the incident and is even shown to be disappointed when she learns that it's only paint and not pig's blood like she'd been hoping. This prank calls back to the act Wednesday and Pugsley put on for their elementary school talent show, during which the two sprayed fake blood onto the audience from the wounds they sustained during their performance. The pig's blood aspect calls back to Carrie, a novel by Stephen King in which the main character's bullies dump a pig's blood on her just after she is crowned prom queen. Number 3. Gomez and his swords. In episode 5, You Reap What You Owe, we learn several things. First, Gomez, now played by Luis Guzman, is arrested for the murder of Garrett Gates, who was obsessed with Morticia Addams via sword, something for which Morticia was actually responsible. Next, we learn from Wednesday that her father was the one who taught her how to fence. Number 4. Wednesday's penchant for getting stabbed. In the Netflix show's finale episode, we see Wednesday injured through several means. First, she is stabbed for the actions made by her ancestor, Goody Addams. Then, we see her willingly take an arrow for one of her friends. She has always been a fan of pain, often commenting on how she enjoys the feeling of being electrocuted. Number 5. Fires everywhere. During her quest for revenge against the pilgrims who murdered her ancestors in cold blood, Wednesday decides that it is only fair to burn the statue set up to honor him with a bit of help from Thing, played by Victor Dorobantu. But, in true Wednesday fashion, while everyone else freaks out and runs away, Wednesday remains as calm as ever, playing her cello to give the moment some more drama. The fire calls back to Addams' family values when Wednesday and her fellow outcasts take over the play at Camp Chippewa and set everything on fire. But, while everyone runs around causing havoc, Wednesday gives the tiniest of smiles, happy to have exacted her revenge. Number 6. Wednesday's movie watching. While on a surprise movie date with Tyler, they watch Legally Blonde. Tyler finds this incredibly amusing, given the stark contrast between the main character and the overall vibe of Legally Blonde and Wednesday. This moment calls back to when Joel, Pugsley and Wednesday were forced to watch Annie at Camp Chippewa until their attitudes adjusted and they became more pleasant to work with. Number 7. Grave digging. An enjoyable and traditional activity that the Addams family had taken up is digging up the graves of their past family members found in their backyard. We see this hinted at in the Netflix show when Wednesday is digging up the grave of Garrett Gates for evidence to set her father free. At the same time, Morticia watches on, reminiscing about her daughter and commenting on how she almost smiled when she was first introduced to the wonders of grave digging. Number 8. The Addams Family theme song. The Addams Family fans will all be familiar with their iconic theme song, which featured a snap that Thing performed. When talking with one of her two love interests, Tyler, played by Hunter Doohan, he informs her that she's just kind of kooky. Wednesday replies that she prefers spooky. This is a nod back to the lyrics of the theme song. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. Number 9. Morticia and her roses. In the same episode, while stalking her mother, Wednesday sees Morticia, now played by Catherine Zeta-Jones, visiting the grave of the man she assumed she'd killed. While there, she removes the head of the rose she brought before placing the stem on the grave and tossing away the petals. In The Addams Family, Morticia, then played by Angelica Houston, is seen tending to the garden in her greenhouse by cutting off the heads of her roses. Did you catch all these references and Easter eggs? Write down in the comments below, and if you think we missed out on some, then share them as well. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and share it with your friends, and if you haven't already done it, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Take care and see ya.